Okay, let's get into the topic. So today it's like, yeah, we are going to talk about fitness. As I said earlier, it is five pillars, five pillars of fitness. So yes, um, I have covered the meal part, which is a major thing. Next, getting into the movement part. So what I have said is movement as medicine. Why do I say that? Because that acts as a medicine in strengthening us, in keeping up our energy, which is a main focus for our emotion, mindset, everything. So, yeah, as you all know, these two, food and exercise, are the major ones. But I don't say these two are enough. How many of you has a belief that only if uh, I'm doing lots of household stuffs. I am daily going up and down on the stairs. I'm going out for shopping. I'm going and picking up my daughter. I'm active actually, but still I'm gaining weight or I'm not able to lose weight. How many of you think like only these active things are enough rather than doing a particular kind of exercise? Many of us, right? I'm a classical dancer and I felt afraid of dancing in the past few years. But after I transformed, it was just magic. I had all the energy and I had all the stamina, which I thought I will not be able to do that in my lifetime. That's it. My period is over. I was believing that. I wanted to dance because that gives me lots of happiness. But I had that continuous doubt, and with that knee pain and back pain, I was not able to do that also. The things which we love to do. Many of us may relate this with your favorite sport, your favorite games, your favorite activities, many things. You might be a coco player, you might be a badminton player, but now even walking hurts your knee and back and you're not able to play. But we can come out of it. We can play our favorite sport again. We can dance again with lots of energy. We can run around. We can get to a truck. We can climb mountains. We can see the beautiful view over there. We will get lots of experience over there. We can travel around the world. We can play with our children, grandchildren, even the younger ones. We can match their energy now. It's all possible. But with one thing, we have to make sure we are addressing these five pillars of fitness. So, first pillar is cardio. We can ask, why is cardio? Why is it so important? Cardio is for only heart. Why is that important? Because for a longer time, we have been told that cardios are very much important than any other exercises. Even now, how many of you believe like walking is one exercise that is enough for my lifetime? How many of you? By the way, I was the one who believed that for a longer time. Okay. Yes. But that is not the case. Cardio exercises is needed. Yes. Cardio exercises is needed for our heart health. Why is it important? Because heart is the one thing which pumps blood, which brings that oxygen and takes it to every other part of our body. Eventually, you could feel now every other part of your body gets energy from the blood and oxygen pumped from our heart. So that is more important than anything else. Yes, I do agree. It is important for our heart health. Also, the second thing is it is important for our stamina. Yes, if we want to do, you might tell like, oh, for a longer time, I was doing walking. I was walking for 1 hour a day, but still I'm not able to lose weight. I'm feeling better when I walk, but I'm not able to lose weight. That is not happening. Initially, I lost some kgs, but after that, walking alone is not helping me. What am I missing? Otherwise, you'll come to a mindset like, oh, that is all for me. I'll not be able to lose weight. This is my fixed point. Beyond this, for this age, I will not be able to do. Eventually, yes, when you walk, your heart rate increases. But for a longer period of time, for a sustainable heart health, you would need to do it progressively. Second part of the fitness, strength training. As we age, after our 30s, our metabolism begins to slow down, our muscle health begins to decrease. We lose muscles, we start losing muscles. That is why we could see we are not toned after 35, 40s. We are not like we were in our 20s, right? Our muscles are not toned. We started losing our muscles. Yeah, we lose our muscles 17% per year after 35 years. This muscle degradation, will it improve our strength or decrease our strength? It is going to decrease, right? If our muscles get declined, how about our bone health? We will not be able to grow bones, strengthen our bones after our 20s. That's it, over. We would need that support of the muscles for our bones to be strong enough. If our muscles don't support, again, we will get our bone health also declining. It will also decline and we'll lose all our strength, right? Without our, see, how many of you could see like old people, when they fall down, even from the chair or from the bed, they get fractures. Why is it not happening in their early age? Because their bone health has declined. Their bones become fragile. So we'll get into the other pillar. Flexibility is an important pillar of fitness. And how do we attain it? We all, yes, yoga is the most advised flexibility exercise actually for mobility and flexibility. But how do we do it in our day to day life? It is with the stretches. Even 5 minutes of stretches will help us a lot. Just rotating our neck after getting up. These are effortless actually, but we'll not be doing it. These are most underestimated exercises. Every one of us will be able to do. When we do it also, we'll feel so relaxed. We'll feel more calm. Like, yeah, eventually yoga is a flexibility exercise first. So let's get into the fourth pillar. You could ask, what is the difference between this mobility, flexibility, and balance, stability? Everything seems to be the same. Everything we get it in yoga. Yes. Few asanas in yoga supports balance and stability as well. That is why yoga is a lifestyle. Okay? Yes. We some people will have that kind of flexibility. They'll be able to lift things up, but they'll not be able to balance. You could see in old people, right? When they stand up, they'll be struggling to balance. Why is that happening? As we age, we will lose our balance also because our core fitness, it is it is the one which creates a balance. So when our core, because that is the center of, we would have studied in physics also, right? That is the center of everything. So this helps in balancing. And when energy around that is shifting, if it is going up, down, then we are struggling to balance. Next one is fifth. So this one, I don't think anybody will cover, but this is what is more important to us, because we often miss this posture point at all. We don't even bother about our posture. How many of you here are working on your laptops continuously? IT people continuously having a sluggish shoulder. People who have this sluggish shoulder, And continuously working on your system and without exercising should focus on your posture. We often say to our kids, sit straight, don't hump. We are saying, right? Why do we say that? We were also said as a kid, sit straight, right? Why do we usually say that? And also in everything, when you go to a gym, when you do any sort of exercise, the first advice would be put your shoulders up. Don't bring it like this. Don't slouch. Just relax it. Look forward. Don't hump also. Put your shoulders straight and then do your exercise. When we are lifting some weights or anything, we will be asked to focus on your shoulders. Why is that happening? Because this is not only about our shoulders. This is about our spine. Spine is the important thing which connects our brain and with rest of our system, right? Through the spine, we have all the nerves connecting to all the parts of our body. That is why when you have a back pain, sometimes you become immobile. You will not be able to move your legs. Sometimes when you have some issues with your spine, some discs, you will not be able to lift your hands. We'll get into details of it later, but still, this posture is so much important because that is the result of your spine health. Okay. And also, people with postural issues would have by now known, my God, I have this postural issue. But don't panic. Everything, when identified, it's not like, oh, I'm aged, I'm reaching my 50, I'm after my menopause. You will be able to become better. You will be able to look younger, be younger. You will be able to reverse your age. Everything will happen when you identify your missing pillars.